This model is showing an inferior view of the male perineum, including some of the muscles that wrap around erectile tissue. We see the bulbospongiosus muscle located centrally, and then the two ischiocavernosus muscles located off to the side. I can also see transverse peroneus, which is running transversely across the perineum. And right here, I see the bulbourethral gland. The female looks remarkably similar, except that she has a vagina in the center, which means she winds up with a split bulb. So she has two bulbospongiosus muscles. She also has two ischiocavernosus muscles. I see the opening to the vagina, the opening to the urethra, as well as the gland's clitoris. All this area here inside of labia minora is termed the vestibule, and we can see the vestibular gland in yellow, which is secreting a lubricating fluid into the vestibule. We can also see the bulb of the vestibule, which is the erectile tissue mass that's under bulbospongiosus on both sides of the female in the midline. I can see a nice view of transverse peroneus muscle, which would be spanning from one side all the way to the other side of that perineum.
The big muscle of the chest is pectoralis major, and what we see on the female model here on the anterior side of that is going to be adipose tissue. You can see it right here along the edge, and then again anterior to this is going to be the mammary gland lobes. These mammary gland lobes are going to start to produce and generate breast milk, which can then be, after parturition or after childbirth, when the baby starts nursing from the mom, it's obviously going to be excreted out the nipple, which is a structure right here. This side being deep, this side being superficial, where you can see the layer of skin on top. We look at this structure right here. This is called the areola, this region around here, and then of course the nipple in the center of it.